Gadaro, rookie out of Marquette, second-round pick in the game for the Suns. Shot clock at 5. Beal trying to get free. Good defense again by the Clippers. Tigers have won. Morris has to put it up. Three is not there. Gadaro bats it out to Dunn. So Phoenix with 2 rookies on the floor. Grayson Allen led the NBA last year in three-point shooting and added again to start this year.
They have 46% last year to lead the league, over 200 made threes. A game-time decision because he's been dealing with some inflammation. His Achilles comes out. First decent look he gets, ends up hitting nothing but smart.
Devin Porter Jr. with the pass, and Jones couldn't finish. Grayson Allen, by the way, the first Sun ever to win the three-point season mark, 46%. Allen from straight on, that three not there. And Porter Jr. with a rebound.
And a year ago, Grayson Allen really impressed me with his toughness, commitment to defense. I think he was kind of eye-opening for a lot of people, the way that he was competing for this team, and he's critical to their success, the way he spaces the floor.
Beal's coming off the screen. To the corner, Allen again. Can't hit. Missed 2 in a row after knocking down the first try. Here's Tatum, who was part of the trade for James Harden to Philadelphia early last year, but he's back with the Clippers. Beats it inside to Dunn, who can't score. And the Suns looking to push tempo. Allen talking about the deep three. Now tries the lane. Dunn for 3. Off the front iron. Rebound by Kai Jones.
Nice job that time. Initial surge up the floor by Phoenix. That's classic secondary offense right there. Walk into a wide open three and Dunn just couldn't knock it down.
Clippers going for a 2-for-1. Porter took the hit. Clippers have gone almost 4 minutes now without a field goal. 6-second difference in the game and shot clocks here at the end of the first. With 4 to shoot, drives the middle of the lane, stops, goes up, and scores.
Floor spread, 3 shooters on the floor. Monte Morris took advantage of the fact that he had all of that area to operate and get all the way to the rim.
Porter missed the 3 at the buzzer, and the first quarter comes to an end with Phoenix up 1. The debut of the brand new Intuit Dome in Inglewood, California.
Think you're close enough. You are against most guys, but not Kevin Durant. Pulls up with that length, goes over the top, and then doing what great players do. Draw multiple defenders, get it to the middle, and then play to the opposite side of the floor. Tyus Jones, one of the new Suns, getting it done in the first quarter.
Suns guard Tyus Jones. Tyus, what did you like early on about your start?
Good shots. We're generating good looks on offense. Shots just got to drop, and our energy is good on defense as well.
You're here to obviously manage this particular team when you're on the floor. How do you, though, decipher between your opportunities to shoot the ball and passing it up to those guys that you got out there?
Yeah, just you got to read what the defense is giving you. They're making my job easy, and so just trying to find that balance of when to be aggressive to score and when to be aggressive trying to set those guys up.
Guys, thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, guys, back to you.
All right, George, Phoenix up one despite Kevin Durant. Just one shot attempt from the floor, 5 points, and Devin Booker scoreless.
6 total shots in the first quarter amongst that big three. Those are the teams, those guys that played all day with 6 shots was half a quarter for them individually. So really moving the ball, spreading it, and give the Clippers defense some of the credit for that. They're really playing up and pressuring, and they've got a lot of length on the perimeter. It's just been a little daylight for Durant, Booker, and Beal so far.
A turnover by Phoenix leads to a dunk from Porter. As the three goes for Yusuf Nurkic, who made 22 threes a year ago. He only played a few minutes in the first quarter because of foul trouble. Same as Zubac, both back out there to start the second. Chris Dunn, 4-3, and he drills it. Last year made just 41 threes. Never been known as a big shooter from deep.
They're not his strength. He's an on-the-ball defender. He's a guy that can get into the paint at will offensively, but it's certainly not his wheelhouse to shoot threes backpedaling first, and he just did one right there pretty clean. Worked on it.
They're 2 for 11 from three. They obviously missed Paul George in that area, although George is hurt right now with the 76ers, his new team. Great hustle again on defense by the Clippers. This time Amir Coffey. Coffey on the other end. Porter sizing it up. The three no good. Iguodala with the rebound.
He's had a number of pretty good looks. And Kevin Porter Jr. is a scorer, so he's got that mentality and he's had some opportunities here early. Just cannot get one to fall.
Suns working around, almost a steal by Coffey. Allen gets a great look and hits it. Second three for Grayson Allen, and a timeout by Ty Lue. So Allen off the bench with 2 of the 6 Suns threes here in the first half.
basketball, number one. Get in there. We good shape, fellas. We in good shape. James Harden, everything he getting inside that three-point line. We all got to turn and look at that man when the ball go up at least. At least give him a turn. You see the back of our head, they going every time.
Very vocal Kevin Durant early on. When he, Booker, and Beal were healthy last year, they were one of the better teams in the West, 26-15 record, but obviously they missed a lot of time together, and they just weren't in sync. Didn't have a lot of continuity.
As a result, that number really should be even higher because they just weren't able to develop the kind of flow that would make them almost unstoppable offensively. They're hoping to get into that here at the start of this season is developing.
Zubac with a jump hook no. Ball batted around. Ping balls to Porter. 4.5 minutes into quarter number 2. Phoenix by 2. First game ever at the Intuit Dome in Inglewood, California. New home of the Clippers. Zubac with one on the shot clock. Stepped out of bounds. James Harden back on the floor. Harden in the first quarter, just 1 of 4, 2 points, but did have 3 assists.
And I think now, with this lineup right here, Booker off the floor, Bradley Beal basically playing point guard right now. This is where you go to Kevin Durant as your initial option offensively. Screen, get the switch, get to the middle of the floor, see if he can operate here without a double shoot.
He's only taken 1 shot. That was a 3. Now he drives and scores. 7 points for KD.
That was an incredibly difficult shot that he just made unbelievably easy. They got the action they wanted, but it still required a very tough finish.
Harden with a euro. Missed the shot on the drive. Poked out to O'Neal. The Durant gives it up to the trailer. O'Neal thought he was pushed. No call. Now a 2-on-1 on the other end. Harden has it swatted away. Out of bounds, going to stay with the Clippers.
Nice job defensively, just giving ground. James Harden is going to try to take that basketball with his forearms and get it into your chest and force you to foul him. And those guys aren't going to get ground to this extent. Pretty good job right there. And then the hand down on top of the basketball. That's a clean play defensively.
Iguodala gave Phoenix good minutes. Second round pick, 40th overall. He's from Mesa, Arizona. Originally played collegiately at Marquette for 4 years. 22 years old. Harden trying to get free. And defended by Beal. Now it's Norman Powell driving. Tried to hit Zubac and turned it over. Suns looking to get out and run again. Beal, 5 points, 2 of 3 shooting. His second year with the Suns. Durant from the corner. Around and out. Harden with the step through. Thought he was fouled. Did not get. Pull up 3, Beal. Bradley Beal with his second 3.
And so good at running full speed, stopping on a dime from deep in transition. It's always been a staple of his game. That's how Phoenix took advantage of the fact that Clippers didn't get that call. They had numbers going the other way.
This is where Clippers missed Kawhi Leonard, where they need a basket to stop the bleeding. They're 2 for their last 13 as Phoenix has opened up its largest lead. Zubac couldn't finish with the left. This run for the Suns happening with Kevin Booker on the bench. Scoreless in 9 first quarter minutes. Pass by Nurkic, thrown away. Turnover by the Suns, and now Booker checks back in.
Yeah, KD took on the double team. Nurkic, I thought that time on the dive, could have just powered through Amir Coffey at the rim. I think he didn't expect himself to be that close to the basket, tries to make one more pass. And it's a turnover on a possession in which probably should have got something good once Durant threw too.
They passed Tim Legler, George Sedano. Opening night of the Intuit Dome. Here in Inglewood, Clippers played at Staples Center /crypto.com for the last 25 years and moved to Los Angeles 4 years ago. Zubac again missing at the rim. Booker in transition, 0 for 2 from the floor, 0 for 1 from 3. Another tough pass to handle by Nurkic and another giveaway.
Another turnover, unfortunate for Phoenix because defensively I'm so impressed right now with the way they're collapsing on the lane on any penetration. There's just nothing there at the rim. And you see Zubac has run into it a couple times, but even some of these pocket passes to wings, he's got 3-4 Suns in the paint, making sure that nothing's given up at the rim.
Meanwhile, the Clippers just 2 baskets from the field in their last 9.5 minutes of action. Shot clock at 5. Give the Suns defense credit as well. Hard 3 way off. And there's Jeff Van Gundy, the defensive coordinator on the Clippers. Obviously very successful head coach with the Rockets and Knicks. Very involved in USA basketball. Our longtime colleague and friend. In his first year on the Clippers staff under T. Lue.
Has a critical role in this team because I think defensively is really where they're going to have to win some games, particularly early in this year before we know when Kawhi's going to come back. And he's got some tools at his disposal with quickness and length and athleticism.
No surprise, Jeff, living and dying with every shot by the opponent.
Yeah, I've seen that expression a time or two out of Jeff.
Midway point of the second quarter, Clippers have just 5 points here in the period. They're down 7. Zubac spinning into traffic, and he's traveling.
Ty Lue has a look on his face like he's not sure exactly what he's watching offensively right now either. Zubac is being really active along the baseline. It's just every time he's received the basketball on a drop-off pass, you see Nurkic right there has a wall in front of him to prevent him from getting some easy opportunities.
Yeah, no Kawhi Leonard out indefinitely with a knee injury, and James Harden's 1 for 8 from the floor. Hard to score. What's going on? Here's O'Neal from 3. It's good. Royce O'Neal with Phoenix's 8th three-pointer in the first half.
Yeah, they're just doing a great job right now in getting into the paint and then having that ball go around the horn at least 1 or 2 passes leading to an open shooter. They got a stable of guys that can knock down that shot.
Powell tried to draw the foul on O'Neal. The Clippers are 2 for 14 from behind the arc. Lead is 10 for Phoenix. Booker for 3. And Devin Booker with his first points. The lead is 13 for Phoenix. Timeout, LA.
Yeah, Devin Booker taking advantage right there of a drop defender coming off of a clean look. But first, it's Royce O'Neal playing out of the penetration, getting around the horn, a clean look for a spot-up shooter. And then Devin Booker right here. Harden can't get over the top. Suns right now getting some separation.
I understand. I worked 5 years ago in a special course also. So I think most I did it was one of the guys involved with self-portrait. So I realized some music things. So it was one thing. And after this was remember the self-portrait. So after some time, when I read these pictures, and someone said, I realized the problem. And but in real life, I think it's different. But I remind myself, look at this picture. Yeah, you put
those are those Paris. And some of the those, but the hat work, the lighting, those, and I really recognize that as
it's like even very tiny.
really new to see that this
Just I mean, we have forces. We have our own insights. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. And if you're going to picture like this, it's huge. But they're different. But this is an animal. My boy, 5 is 67, which is everyone. Yeah. And it's more. What the thing actually, you can show yes.
Welcome back to Intuit Dome. The Suns leading by 13, the new home of the Clippers. And I'm at the wall, guys, where the loudest fans in the house are here. This whole section, all the way down from the floor, all the way up, it is one big section. There are several ways to get tickets at the wall. Number one, obviously, season tickets. Number two, there are individual game tickets. Then there's something called the wall pass, where you can buy a pass for standing room only, as Zubats with a two-hand slam there. And with that pass, you pay $1,100. You can get in here as low as you want to get in the standing room section, which is as close to the basket as you can get. You'll see them standing there. There's a guy with a drum down there at the moment. So the earlier you get here, the faster you can get a seat down low. That's how the wall works for the loudest fans in the house. They can actually measure, by the way, how loud you are from your seats here at Intuit Dome. So this is the spot to be if you're coming to Ballmer's Palace, guys.
And be careful, George, walking down, because that is steep, man.
Yeah, I tell you right now, it would be dicey for me to be at the top of that coming down those steps, or anybody wearing heels to the game. That is a steep climb, but it's a cool concept, and I'm telling you right now, I can here 2 hours before the game every night because it's affordable to get down to the court in an NBA game.
Tyus Jones, no good on the three. Rebound Harden. But a turnover as O'Neal gets the steal. He'll pop for three. Not there. Harden clears. LA just 2 for its last 18, so down 11 in a traveling violation on Derek Jones Jr. Tip off the new NBA League Pass, and don't miss a second of early season action. Stream games around the league and see which team builds momentum from the jump. Start your free trial on NBA.com/League Pass. Is there a particular team leagues you're really curious about? You're going to watch a lot of League Pass of this team early in the season.
Yeah, I'm actually really interested to see the effect that Klay Thompson has on Dallas. That's a big one for me. Team that made a finals run a year ago, but I just think Klay Thompson and what he represents and the shots that he's going to get that the same guys got last year. It's just a much higher level of efficiency, and that might be enough for the Dallas Mavericks offensive with this and this.
Plumlee with the basket. It's so weird to watch the Warriors in the preseason without Klay Thompson.
Yeah, another team. I'm glad you brought them up. It feels like something's fresh about that team. I'm really looking forward to it. They had a great preseason. Steph Curry is still at the top of his game.
Zubats with the slam. He did not make a basket in his first 3 tries, but 2 dunks here in the last minute for Zubats.
More patient on the last 2. He stayed with it a little bit longer. I felt he rushed some of his early opportunities to finish it. Took some off-balance jump hooks and things. The last 2, he made sure he got all the way to the rim.
Zubats with the rebound off the Jones miss. Clippers at numbers, and Booker breaks up the alley-oop, but that's hard to do against the high-flying Jones.
It's a great play by Devin Booker because he anticipated that all the way, saw Derek Jones. He knew where Derek Jones was going to want that basketball, and he was able to get up there and deflect it.
And then he cans a 3. So Devin Booker with 6 points here in the quarter, and the lead is 14.
Again, the Suns going around the horn. When the ball goes around the horn in the NBA, and you've got this level of shooting, something good's going to happen most times.
Jones with a steal, and then a Clipper foul. This is Mike Budenholzer basketball. 32 shot attempts for the Suns. 22 of them have been threes.
Yeah, it's obviously a style I would have loved to play, and I know that. Everybody's got the green light. Booker first with the defensive play, and then he just kept running the floor up the left side, ran all the way to the right corner, and they found him. You see James Harden just getting there a little bit late, and Devin Booker steps into a clean look.
Booker, an underrated defender. 3rd-team All-NBA last year, 1st-team All-NBA back in 2022.
And a guy guy that Steve Kerr referred to as the unsung MVP of Team USA. And I thought that was tremendous for Devin Booker to be recognized for being selfless and being committed to defense. And I thought it would be a carryover into this season. Hearing yourself described in those terms, being a part of that, taking on a different role, and then being recognized by guys you played with and the coaching staff and your impact on that team. And you can see here earlier, I think Devin Booker's in a really good place to start this season.
Grayson Allen committing the foul. That is the first team foul on Phoenix in the act of shooting. Was Norman Powell. 7 points for Powell. Booker and Durant both winning gold. They also did it back in 2020. Kevin Durant, by the way, has won Olympic gold 4 times.
Incredible. As if he didn't have enough on his resume. We're going to add that too.
2-time Finals MVP with the Warriors. He was second team All-NBA last year with the Suns.
Incredible performances across the board. Winning that gold medal this summer. Incredible. Stuff that's going to be etched in our minds for a really long time. Durant gave us some of those. LeBron gave us some of those. Of course, Steph Curry. Incredible performance. And Devin Booker just had a role in that team, and he was really appreciated for it.
Booker off balance, turns it over. And here's Mann in the open floor. Tips it all the way. Count it, and a foul on Durant. 3-point opportunity for Terrence Mann, cutting the deficit to 10 inside 2 minutes to play in the half.
Great patience right here by Terrence Mann. Takes it in. You got Kevin Durant back there at 6'11". A lot of guys would have been tempted to get off their left foot and shoot some sort of a floater. He took that basketball with the last step all the way into Kevin Durant's chest as he was retreating. Forced contact, gets an opportunity for the 3-point play that couldn't convert.
First foul on Durant. First foul in the last 2 minutes on the Suns. Next one would put the Clippers at the line for the remainder of the half. Foul defending Durant. Shot clock inside of 10. And Jones comes over for the strip. Dives on the floor. Kick ball, so it will stay with Phoenix and the resets the shot clock to 14. Coming up on halftime, presented by Hyundai. Malik Andrews, Stephen A. Smith, Kendrick Perkins, and Bob Myers all here. You were here earlier this day. ESPN's been here since this morning. Wendy's here. Everybody's here.
We had to check this place out, right? We gotta have our presence felt today. You're right. Been here all day. The place is incredible. Even cooler looking at night, by the way. You were over here during the day. It's hard to appreciate that lighting on the outside of the building.
It is spectacular. Nothing like it in the NBA. Foul line J from John is way off the mark. Clippers ball down 10, maybe 25 to go in the half. Hard looking to take the rookie, Ryan Dunn. Puts it on the deck, penetrates, out the basket and one. Harden taking Dunn to school that time. Dunn was an excellent defender, but you're going up against a master there.
And he will be an excellent defender at this level too, but this is a little bit different than what you saw in college. That combination of strength, speed, and then the touch to play through the contact and still get something soaked up on the glass. That's what James Harden's been doing in this league for a really long time.
2 fouls on Dunn. James Harden, 10-time All-Star and MVP with the Rockets back in 2018, missed a free throw. In his second year with the Clippers, came over from Philly in the first couple weeks last season. Year 16 for Harden. Shot clock at 5. Harden looking to take Allen. Gets past it. And Durant, his former teammate, gets the block. Shot clock at 1. Man had to hoist it, and it's a 24-second violation. Phoenix has held the Clippers to 34% shooting here in the first half.
Kevin Durant showing you right there the luxury to have, for all intents and purposes, a small forward, even though he plays a lot of 4 for the Suns. To be that kind of rim protector as your last line of defense coming from the wing. Great job contesting Harden, pushing this.
Foul on Harden. The first foul in the last 2 minutes on the Clippers, second personal on Harden.
give the Clippers a lot of credit right here for what they've done here over the last 3 minutes. This game looked like it was getting away from them. Couldn't get anything to go offensively. Their defense kept them in the game. The scrappiness, getting on the glass, getting out, getting some transition. Finally got some stuff in the paint to go, and they've got this to a workable margin now, just down 8, 52 seconds here before halftime.
And harassing Allen, and man commits the foul. Second in the last 2 minutes means Clippers are over the limit, and Grayson Allen will be at the free throw line. First foul on man. Allen, an 88% free throw shooter last year. Played for Mike Budenholzer when Bud was in Milwaukee. And a second there with the Suns. Another doubleheader on Friday here on ESPN, presented by State Farm. Indiana at the Knicks, followed by the Lakers hosting Phoenix. It all starts with NBA Countdown at 7 Eastern. It'll be Karl Anthony Towns' Madison Square Garden debut. The Knicks hammered in Boston last night, but do you see the Knicks as a contender in the East this year, Lakers?
I think we're going to have to get a larger sample size. Look, last night, I described it as when you play a video game against the computer, or you play maybe online chess or something and you set it at the hardest level. That's what the Knicks took on last night. The computer had an answer for everything, and the computer was the Boston Celtics. They dismantled New York last night. Karl Anthony Towns didn't look super comfortable, but the game got out of hand so early. Let's get that time to see ultimately how that plays out with his fit with Jalen Brunson and the Knicks relative to how we looked at him last year.
On the foul with a team-high 11 points for the Clippers, back within 8. A 12-second difference in the game in shot clocks here at the end of the second quarter. They go to Durant on the back down against Coffey. And there's that 1-foot fall away that won't go. The Clippers can hold for the final shot of the half. It looked dire there for a moment for the Clippers. The Suns were on the roll for deep, but a 8-2 Los Angeles run. 7 seconds to go. Porter with 4. To Batum. Step back three with 1. And it's no good. And that takes us to halftime. Low scoring affair. And the debut of the brand new Intuit Dome. The Phoenix Suns very comfortable so far in this building. 10 of their 15 baskets were threes. Durant with 1, Booker 2, Beal 2. Suns at the break. Lead by 8 in LA.
G12 in action. Let's check in on the Grizzlies and John Morant here, Stephen.
He's special. Let me tell you something right now. He's a difference maker, and he should be hungrier than any player in the league.
Oh, he's starving.
Get back.
We'll be back in 60 seconds. Ooh, a good one. Utah. Steve Ballmer is loving that one. Most of this first half, though, it really has been the Phoenix Suns. As we welcome you to our halftime show alongside Stephen A. Smith, Bob Myers, Kendrick Perkins, and Malika Anderson. We will attempt to have as much energy as Steve Ballmer does. But Stephen A., we've seen 3 teams tonight that were far from healthy and complete. The Phoenix Suns are. What are your early returns?
Well, I like the balance. I like the fact that they appear to have improved defensively. They're paying a bit more attention to it than they did last year. But we all know the story about the Phoenix Suns. With the talent that they have, they blew leads. They had a lot of advantages until the fourth quarter arrived, and then all of a sudden they disappeared. Let's see what they do this time.
That's why they got Tyus Jones.
That's right. Stephen and I were talking about it. I reluctantly agreed with you. Jonathan, the green room. By the way, the best green room I've ever seen in my life. Yeah. I mean, it's unbelievable. The green room in this building.
And it's actually great.
It's unbelievable. It's fantastic. And the people. We were talking about Tyus Jones. Understated, maybe addition, but he's going to be huge and pay huge dividends for this Phoenix team.
Mike Budenholzer has the attention of that locker room. Anytime you see a team committed the way they are right now defensively, because offensively they're not playing great, but they're hanging their hats defensively. They're rotating. You're saying guys, making guys uncomfortable. That's what you want to see as a coach leading the charge.
You said dark horse championship team. You said that.
They are. The Suns. Yeah,
They got a point guard this year.
Right.
You're not asking others with talent just to play point. You have a legit point guard.
Thought about
Tyus Jones up.
But
Yeah, I did. I don't usually listen to much of what you say, but I did think about what you said.
coming up right here on our halftime show, we have the best of opening week highlights from all around the league. Damian Lillard and the Milwaukee Bucks back in action earlier tonight, and the Orlando Magic could make some things really interesting in the Eastern Conference. We'll be right back.
NBA halftime, presented by Hyundai.
Hey, you gotta pick up pace up.
Let's push the pace with action around the league. Paolo Banchero, he really showed out tonight against the Miami Heat.
Listen, he's been showing out since he arrived in the NBA. He's an all-star. Got a lamb to the playoffs last year, and I'm sure he dropped digits tonight. The brother is skilled. Orlando has a star, a leader, and that's him.
33-11 for Paolo Banchero in this inaugural win. All right, let's keep pushing that pace. Sticking in the Eastern Conference here, let's check in on Damian Lillard, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and the Milwaukee Bucks. Perk.
Dame has looked real comfortable lately. He said he's on a mission and he's going to remind people who he is. I'm not going to overreact because they beat the Philadelphia 76ers, but getting off to a win to start the season is great for Dame, Giannis, and the Milwaukee Bucks. They got to continue to keep it up.
30 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists for Mr. Damian Lillard. Bob Myers, should we go to your old stomping grounds? Steph Curry struggled a little shooting early in this one, but you never really worried that much with Steph?
You don't worry at all. I mean, I always thought when he had a slow first half, you know the second half's going to be barrage. He hasn't hit a 3 yet, Malika. 1 of 7 from the field, 0 of 4 from 3. They're up 12. Expect a big second half from him. You can't keep his shooting down for too long. And Buddy Hield, look at this. Great addition by Mike Dunleavy Jr. I wouldn't have been as smart as Mike. Hield has 14 in the first half.
To lose Klay Thompson and have a Buddy Hield. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad.
And you right now here on our halftime show, as you see Kevin Durant take that jumper, our Shams is reporting that DeJounte Murray is feared to have fractured his hand. Difficult opening news night for the Pelicans.
This halftime is presented by the all-electric Hyundai Ioniq 5.
score 47-39. The Suns leading the Clippers is brought to you by T-Mobile.
Are they wearing hoods?
Where is that?
Yeah, on the wall.
Some of them are.
They're definitely wearing
Some of
like
them wearing hoods. Yeah.
Full display legs in that first half. What else stood out to you?
Well, look, neither team shot it well offensively. The difference in the game right now is the quality of three-point shot that Phoenix has been able to generate. They're a plus 24 from behind the three-point line in an 8-point game. That's really been the difference between the two teams. Both teams competing really hard defensively, but there's just not enough firepower on the part of the Clippers. Their defense kept them in the game.
Yeah, no Kawhi Leonard out indefinitely with a knee injury. James Harden struggled in that first half. First half stats brought to you by ESPN Bet, the official sports book of ESPN. Durant, 7 points, Booker 6, Beal 8. Very efficient numbers for Phoenix's big three. Meanwhile, James Harden on the other end was 2 for 11 and 0 for 5 from 3. It's the second worst shooting half in the last 4 years. The Suns, with 10 of their 15 made field goals from behind the three-point arc. High above the court here at the brand new Intuit Dome. It opened in August for Bruno Mars concert at a preseason game October 14th, but Steve Ballmer, this is his brainchild, the Clippers owner. He said tonight is the true opening night of his $2 billion luxurious facility in Inglewood. Turnover here is Durant. Couldn't keep his balance.
And not what you're looking for on your first possession of the half when you've got a chance to run a design set. Kevin Durant just got pushed out as far as he could by Derrick Jones Jr. There was nowhere to deliver the basketball. Nice job by the Clippers getting that early turnover.
By the way, good sign if you're a Suns fan. Defensively, they did not hold a team under 40 points in the first half all of last year. They held the Clippers to 39 in the first half, but a bucket to start the third quarter, and LA back within 6. Terrence Mann. Ball for the foul. That's 3 on him, and keep in mind, Zubac has 2, Derrick Jones has 2, James Harden has 2. To the corner, Tyus Jones. Drives and hits over Zubac.
Tyus Jones just has a great feel about him. Everything he does is under control. Nice ball fake that time in the corner. Got to a little floater spot on the short baseline to give us some supplemental offense.
Jones' first season in Phoenix. They needed a point guard. They went out and got one to combine with Beal, Durant, Booker, and Nurkic. Jones in his 10th NBA season was with Washington last year. 4 years with Minnesota. 4 with Memphis. Phoenix with a turnover. And here's Mann on the other end. Jones catch and shoot 3. Did a lot of that in the playoffs for Dallas last year. Part of that team that went to the finals.
He really did. He had great moments for them, giving them some outside shooting in addition to the rim running and the defense he normally gives you. He ran right into that shot, turned, squared up with the defender in his face, and shot it very comfortably. Jones
missing for Phoenix, and now Harden connecting from mid-range, and the Clippers back within 3. LA shooting 40% from the floor and 3 of 17 from behind the arc, yet within 3 points, and now a foul, and Nurkic on the screen, and that's 3 on Nurkic as Jones hits the deck.
Yeah, Derrick Jones did a great job baiting him into this. He knew Durant was coming off this ball screen. Derrick Jones determined to fight over a little bit of a moving shoulder, and then look what you have to do. If you're willing to go over the top of the screen and you get contact, Dave, you've got to sell it. And that's what Derrick Jones did. He gets the call. I don't think there was a ton of movement on the part of Nurkic, but certainly that shoulder leaned in just enough to get the call.
That's the 3rd turnover already this quarter by Phoenix, and they've only played 2 minutes. Foul in the paint. Can't get it to fall. And Nurkic with a 6th rebound to go with 5 points. 2 for Nurkic with the Suns. Beal takes it to the rim and finishes off the window baseline. Bradley Beal, who's missed over 100 games the last 3 years. including last year in his debut season with the Suns. Collision between Beal and Harden. No call either way. And Zubac with the foul line.
Bradley Beal got hit with a truck that time, a.k.a. James Harden's right shoulder. Hit him in the stern and he sent him flying. He's wondering why there wasn't a call, but the Clippers took advantage.
Booker did not score in the first quarter. At 6 points in the second. Nurkic's long shot not there. And here comes James Harden. The Clippers can tie on this possession. They go to Zubac down low. At the fall off the side of the rim, and then Nurkic hits the deck. They're going to get 10 man for his fourth foul.
And Zubac would like to have this one back. He converts 61% for his career. Didn't get it up high enough on the glass.
Boy, I didn't see a lot there.
Not a lot of contact on this. Nurkic is using his length to tip it to himself. A little bit of contact, but for me, that was more about Nurkic just losing his balance.
Ty Lue electing not to use a coach's challenge. Each team has one coach's challenge. If you win your challenge, you do get a second one. 3-point lead for Phoenix. Durant penetrates. Up top, Nurkic lets it go. And he'll get again. Nurkic 1 for 4 from out there.
Nurkic can make that shot, but I know this. I think Ty Lue is loving seeing Nurkic take that shot as opposed to the other 4 guys on the court that he's playing with.
A switch now got Zubac, and coming over is Nurkic to help Durant, and a Phoenix foul. So they go on KD, and it's 2 on Durant. And the first team foul on the Suns here in the third quarter. So Zubac, 72% free throw shooter last year. Longest tenured Clipper, 6th full year with the Clips. Well, we've got an NBA Wednesday doubleheader for you a week from tonight. Rematch of the Eastern Conference Finals, Celtics-Pacers, followed by the Spurs and Thunder. A lot of people think Oklahoma City the team to beat in the West.
Well, I know this. Boston last night put on a show. You rarely see a team that finally breaks through and gets that title as they've been fighting for the last 5-6 years. I think that comfortable opening night when they had a very different summer, a very different offseason as champions. They were incredible last night offensively.
They have not had a repeat champ in the NBA since the Warriors in 2017-2018. Jones with a steal, takes it 1-on-2 and scores to tie the game at 51. And Homer flexing as the crowd coming to life here on night 1 of the Intuit Dome. We got a tie game early third.
Derek Jones, this is what they brought him in here for. Create havoc defensively and then lead to offense in the open floor. Clippers battle back.
of MetaQuest. Dave Pash, Tim Legler, George Sedano at the Intuit Dome. That's the Halo board, by the way. It's only 38,000 square feet. Goes around the arena. The Clippers are on a 20-6 run if you go back to the first half. And Booker and Durant are scoreless for the Suns during that stretch. They've each only taken 4 shots, and the Clippers are back in the game.
Turnovers, the king right there. 4 empty trips for the Suns here coming out of the locker room. And the Clippers able to convert those into easy points, and they're going to need to generate easier opportunities in transition to stay in this game. I'm really impressed with their fight and determination right now defensively, making it really difficult for Durant, Booker, and Beal to get loose.
Meanwhile, Iguodala, nice push shot. Got the offensive rebound in the second chance basket.
Suns have gone smaller here. With Nurkic off the floor, Iguodala on the floor, and they go right to Zubac and try to take advantage of that great recognition on the part of the Clippers. You try to front Zubac, very difficult with his weight. He is able to use his lower body leverage and push you off the block and create the passing angle. You see that time, he just walks Iguodala too far up the lane. If you're going to front that high at some point, if you're getting pushed up that high, Dave, you got to release it and spin back around. But too late, and Zubac gets 2 free throws.
First foul on Iguodala. Second foul on Phoenix. NBA Friday on ESPN, presented by State Farm. Pacers, Knicks, Suns at the Lakers. It all starts at NBA Countdown, 7 Eastern Time. How about Anthony Davis and his performance last night? Lakers need more of that.
He was incredible last night in every facet, and they rode him offensively during the key stretch when they really separated. Put that thing away, but defensively, I thought he was just as impactful. The number of rim contests and blocks and his activity of it.
Two called for a foul. Wasn't a lot of contact with Devin Booker. Third team foul. First time for 2.
Not much. Trying to get free to go set that screen. Didn't have his arms wrapped around his waist a little bit to improve his movement.
Iguodala able to collect. Here's Durant. Lost the handle for a moment. Tried to bounce it inside and a turnover. And now the Clippers with a 5-on-3. Good defense by Booker to allow Durant to come back. Durant gets the steal. Harden is hurt. Colliding with Durant. Booker can't finish. The tip is good by O'Neal, and Harden is still down. And almost another steal, this time by O'Neal out of bounds, and will stay with the Clippers.
Some wild passes attempted right now. Suns turn it over on one end, you get on the other end, and this cross-court pass that Kevin Durant steals. A lot of contact with James Harden, but he also got the basketball. But let's take a look where this contact occurs. You see Norman Powell stuck in the corner. And you can see right there, it almost looks like Kevin Durant's right elbow came out and caught James Harden in the back of the head as he was coming up with that steal.
Meanwhile, Mike Budenholzer is challenging the ruling on the floor that was out of bounds off of Phoenix. Back in a moment. head coach's challenge by Phoenix's Mike Budenholzer. Norman Powell knocked it out of bounds last. So it'll be Suns basketball, and they retain their challenge for later in the game. Phoenix leading into it till 55-52 at the midway point of the third quarter. James Harden staying on the floor despite that collision with Durant. Kevin Durant has not scored since the 3-minute mark into the second quarter. He's only shot 3 times since. Zubac puts it in.
Now, well, first, Durant is being hounded by a number of different guys for the Clippers, and right there you saw James Harden at his best. He delivers a pocket pass to a big better than I think any guard that's ever played the game, and he does it again. The timing on these is perfect. He just leaves no work left for the big. That's a perfect timing on it, so Zubac can just catch it in balance and go up before the weak side gets there. It's a very short, easy flip shot for a guy, like I said, that shoots 61% for his career.
Harden's only taken 1 shot this quarter after 11 in the first half. The way he's playing right now is that's how he has to play for this Clippers team to win without Kawhi Leonard.
I think ultimately that's when they're going to be at their best, but their defense has to trigger opportunity to give them enough offense, and they've done that so that he can play more selectively when he wants to attack, like he did right there when he sees the angle. This is still a guy that when he gets a step on you with that kind of strength, he's going to create problems on your back line, and he does it right here. No help comes. Devin Booker sort of half-weighs it defensively, doesn't fully commit, and Zubac is down there just tying up all the traffic to give James Harden an ability to get all the way to the square.
And James Harden's got 10 rebounds tonight, 6 assists, 8 points. That's his first made free throw of the game, and the Clippers lead by 2.
Yeah, look, it's going to be harder for him to have those big, huge outbursts in scoring at this stage of his career. It just is. He's going to do it on certain nights, but other nights it's going to be more about the facilitation and then contributing as a rebounder and physicality.
Another Phoenix turnover as Durant stepped out of bounds. It's the second time he stepped out of bounds here in the third quarter. That's 5 turnovers now by Durant, and just 7 points. Booker, meanwhile, has just 6 points. Beal's the leading scorer for Phoenix with 10.
I'm just watching this defense force Phoenix all the way out to the sideline just to make simple entry passes.
Harden drills a 3, starting to heat up now. And the Clippers lead by 5 and a backcourt violation, a mental mistake by the Suns. We're kicking it around the park, so to speak, here in the third.
Yeah, that's just careless right there. Devin Booker, no reason to give it to Tyus Jones right there before he crosses half court. But he does it. If I'm Tyus Jones, I've led the league 6 years in a row in assist to turnover ratio, by the way. I'm making sure I'm pointing to Devin Booker and that the score table knows that should go to Booker.
Yep, still in the backcourt. That's his 7th turnover this quarter and only 8 points for Phoenix.
Some forced, some unforced, some careless. That shows on the careless side right there. And right now, Clippers with a lot of momentum.
Here's Powell, catch and shoot. No good on the 3. Harden battling and trying to get the rebound, and Durant gets it ahead to Monte Morris. Morris making his Sun debut tonight, year 8 in the league, 15. He's the backup point guard. Up to O'Neal with a shot clock at 10. Not on the same page with Durant. Almost another turnover. Durant through the lane, and he scores anyway off balance.
Finally gets a little bit of daylight to get to that leader.
Zubac down court with the slam. Beat the defense down the floor. And James Harden now with 7 assists. Meanwhile, first points for Durant in 18 minutes. Harden gets the steal. Goes right at Booker. Did not get a whistle. And O'Neal comes up with it.
Yeah, and James Harden absolutely got fouled on that breakaway after the steal. Clippers bench livid over there with the lack of a call after Harden reads the passing and comes up with that steal.
Meanwhile, a wreck by Royce O'Neal. No threes this quarter for Phoenix. Harden comes short with the shot. Booker with the rebound, looking to run. Durant in transition, soars to the rim and scores. So back-to-back possessions with baskets for KD. And the Suns back within 3.
Great conversion right there. Booker, perfect delivery. Very tough angle on that pass. And Durant then just uses that long stride to get to the rim to finish.
Al trying to get free, and fouled by Devin Booker. That's 3 on him and 4 team fouls on Phoenix.
And this is just all about stride right here. Devin Booker, nice delivery, but you can see where Durant takes off from, and then he just uses all that length to get the ball just over the front of the rim. Suns desperately needed that basket right there after a series of miscues offensively, but they're not even getting attempts.
Durant will get a breather. Year 17, 36-year-old Kevin Durant. So far in the game, 11 points, a team high. Bradley Beal, who has 10, checking back in. And Devin Booker, who's been held to just 6 points on 6 shots, will go to the bench. Chris Dunn checking in for the Clippers, making his LA debut. Was with Utah the last 2 years. Traded for Russell Westbrook, another player that's elsewhere that was on the Clippers last year. Is foul. Paul George in Philly, Kawhi Leonard not available, continuing to recover from the knee injury. But despite losing the firepower, either guys that are hurt or playing elsewhere, the Clippers have the lead here in the third quarter. First foul on Beal. And the Suns over the limit, 5 team fouls now. Take a look at the national TV schedule brought to you by ESPN Bet, the official sports book of ESPN. Tomorrow, our friends at TNT with a double dip. Spurs in Dallas, Oklahoma City at Denver. ESPN Friday, Pacers at the Knicks, and the Suns being in LA to face the Lakers down at Crypto.com. Suns will also be back here next Thursday to play the Clippers, so both their games at the Intuit going the first 8 days of the season. I want to go back to, in that promo, the Spurs. Victor Wembanyama, what should we expect in year 2?
Well, he got so much more comfortable the second half of the year and how to use his size and skill level. And I think now you're just going to see with some of the veterans they've added, you're going to see him be able to score even more efficiently. I said every night last year when I watched Victor Wembanyama, he did something on both ends. He was the only guy in the league that could actually do that. So I can't wait to see what's in store for the league this year, because he looked very confident over the last 2 or 3 months of the season.
Should be in the defensive player of the year mix, most improved mix, I would imagine, as Batum picks up the third foul on him, and they're over the limits of free throws here for Phoenix.
He'll definitely be in those conversations, and depending on what kind of turnaround we have in San Antonio or how many more games they win as a team, the kind of stat lines he's going to put up, he might even find himself in some big third-team all-league type consideration, but all that's going to depend on team success.
Monte Moore shooting into that steep wall. That's what it's called. And 51 rows from behind the stanchion all the way to the top of the arena here at Intuit Dome. Porter on the drive, blocked by Dunn. Phoenix ball down 4, nearing 3 to play here in the third. Morris left alone. He can't pay it off. Plumlee offensive rebound, the former Clipper. And he got it blocked. Well, he might have thrown it out of bounds when they say last touch by the Clippers.
And it got deflected, but I'm curious as to why he didn't just go up on the left side of the rim. It looked like he had an opportunity to gather himself and went up in the air. Maybe it's the presence of Kai Jones that goes to the rafters and he decided not to try that shot.
Grayson Allen got knocked to the ground by Kevin Porter Jr., so that's on Porter, his first. And again, penalty situation, so Grayson Allen will be at the line. Who excellent year last year for Phoenix, bulked up in the offseason as a technical foul has been called. We'll see who it was called against on the Clippers. And Beal misses the free throw. Away from the play foul is what they called it. That's why there was a foul. And the one shot in possession. So away from the play foul, not a technical. Plumlee inside, fouled by Kai Jones. 2 on him. Plumlee will go to the line.
And that's sort of what I expected on the last one I was mentioning with Plumlee, because Kai Jones has an athleticism advantage, but Plumlee's got a strength advantage. And if you're just patient down there and get a guy off his feet, you're going to be able to draw some fouls. Plumlee much more patient on that move.
Plumlee spent the last year and a half with the Clippers. He's now the backup center in Phoenix. On use of Nurkic. Those Chuck the Condor dolls that everybody's got
Yeah, they brought Chuck the Condor from the Raptors in this one. And those Raptors are up there. So Chuck the Condor might even have been a little bit nervous as he came down and made his first appearance of the season.
Came down on a bungee cord. Here's Harden fouled. It's undone on the way up, so it's going to be 3 free throws for James Harden as the rookie Ryan Dunn commits his third foul.
Yeah, and again, you know, this is just what he's been doing as a tracker. He feels that arm extension, and he kind of waits, and he can tell if he's going to be able to get that up through his arm before he pulls it back. Now, if Dunn's able to avoid the contact right there, James Harden's going to end up taking a wild off-balance shot. But he's counting on the fact that he can beat you to the spot and get his forearm up into your palm and draw free throws.
Now we're being told that they're holding chickens, not Chuck the Condor dolls. This is very important information, guys. We've got to make sure that we get it.
We got to get all this straight. I'm a big mascot guy. The more games we do together, you're going to find out. I'll be talking about the mascots quite a bit.
James Harden makes the free throws. Let's check in with George.
Dave, they're actually called Chuckins. I was told by the Clippers PR staff that they're Chickens and Chuck the Condor jerseys. So they're Chuckins.
So we are right both times. Again, says Monte Morris connects from mid-range. George, snag one of those if you can for Lex, since he's a big mascot.
Will do. Yeah, I'm always fascinated with the mascot choices. You know, not the most intimidating necessarily in that particular case, and I always wonder about that.
A lot of new things. Obviously, a new arena, a new look for the Clippers. But Chuck the Condor still lives. Nice cut by Dunn, and he scored one again just outside 2 minutes remaining.
Yeah, a brutal offensive quarter for the Phoenix Suns. They're able to finally get something easy. Really nice timing on that slash from the weak side by Dunn.
They're going to call a foul here after the missed shot. A loose ball foul on Kevin Porter Jr. That's 2 on him. I would actually say it was on the shot attempt. It was an offensive foul, so no free throws.
Let me get back to criteria for the leg kick. It was not one of the more extended versions of it, but he definitely did not allow Devin Booker to run by him freely.
Ryan Dunn, who had a great preseason, hitting threes, misses from out there for the second time. Now Porter on the other end. Little hesitation. Kick out. Harden's three. Short. And still goes in. Front rim, backboard, and down. James Harden has taken over here in the third quarter in a lot of ways.
And not just the backboard. That ball actually hit the white stripe on the top of the backboard before dropping down.
18 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists for Harden as Beal connects from about 12 feet. 12 points now for Bradley Beal. Harden, the leading scorer for the Clippers here tonight. He's got 14 points here in the third quarter alone. He's got the rookie gun on him again. Step back three from Harden. Not there this time. Allen clears. 1 minute remaining in the quarter.
Nice job by Dunn to contest that, avoid contact on Harden, and Beal takes it the other way. Great job switching hands. He's so good at getting in the air and then switching that basketball to his left hand, absorbing the contact and getting it off the glass. Just a natural scorer right there in his true environment as a scorer in the open court.
First 10 years with Washington was with the Suns last year. Missed about half the year due to injury. Porter penetrating past Morris, throws it to the corner. 3 on the way. No good from Dunn, but there is Kai Jones way up there. Eyes at the rim on the follow jam.
And sometimes I mentioned it earlier, you take the service elevator, sometimes you need the sprint elevator. Kai Jones was looking down inside the rim on that putback.
Beal for 3. It's good. Switching home to tie the game at 72.
No Booker on the floor, no Durant on the floor. This is Bradley Beal's time to close this quarter. He gets the open court layup. Nice penetration by Morris, and Beal steps into a 3, starting to find his rhythm.
Difference between the big shot clocks of about 9 seconds on the switch. Harden with Morris gets into the lane, goes up and scores his 16th point of the quarter and 20th on the night. Final seconds of the third. Beal with 6. Now with 3. Beal gives it up. Extra pass. Allen with 1. Floater. Will not go. And And the Clippers will take a 2-point lead to the fourth quarter. James Harden, a spectacular third quarter for the Clippers here at home.
Yeah, James Harden might be going up against the big three, but he owned the third quarter. Played some human bowling early for an assist. Here, a great pocket pass to Zubac. The throw ahead, creating offense with his passing, and it took over later as a scorer.
Inside Falcon Technology.
Trailed by 8 at the half. How were you able to regain the lead here?
Just kept our composure. Focus on what we need to do defensively. Get out, get some stops, some easy buckets in transition, get to the line, and work the offense. I think we're staying too stagnant. Being able to get the ball to the second side and making the defense move, and we're able to take advantage and cut the lead into single digits going into half.
Speaking of defense, they have 3 guys who are certainly ignitable. How do you try to limit those guys' effectiveness?
Staying together. It's not one person guarding us; it's collective on the floor. So staying to the schemes, making it difficult, climbing under. Being physical, making sure we're putting pressure on them, but it's collectively being locked in together, being physical and getting securing our defensive stop for the rebound.
Norm, good luck. Thank you. Appreciate it. Guys, back to you.
And the Clippers trying to survive the non-James Harden minutes here to start the fourth. Kawhi Leonard not available tonight. With that knee injury indefinitely as Plumlee is fouled inside. Harden with 14 of his 20 points in the third quarter, but starting the fourth quarter on the bench. Devin Booker starting the fourth on the bench for Phoenix. Durant and Beal are both on the floor for the Suns.
Yeah, you mentioned it. That's going to be the biggest challenge without Kawhi Leonard here at the beginning of the season. James Harden clearly owned that quarter, and he's going to most possessions because he controls the basketball. It's clear to me right now their second best offensive player in terms of just creating either for himself or others right now is Kevin Porter Jr. And they came out the first two possessions and they put the ball in his hands here to start the fourth quarter. But he's having a rough night. He's 1 for 7 on the night, has not gotten it going. And that's going to continue, I think, to be a struggle for Ty Lue. Where does the offense come from if Harden's getting the rest?
Meanwhile, Plumlee gets the free throws to go. Career 57% free throw shooter, but since he went to that unorthodox style that we've seen the last couple of years, his shooting percentage at the line has been above 70%. He was tied opening minute of the fourth. Porter trying to shake Beal, and from 15 feet can't score. Rebound, Monte Morris. Remember, Phoenix last year was the worst fourth quarter team in the NBA. They were outscored. They were minus 194 in the fourth quarter. As Durant misses on the baseline, Durant 4 of 8, 11 points. Amir Coffey looking to drive in the paint, gets the bounce.
Shot it flat, but got the kind bounce. And those numbers you just alluded to in the fourth quarter had me scratching my head. It doesn't make sense with this type of offensive firepower. And I think Tyus Jones can have a lot to do with that and organizing them and having more quality possessions eventually once they settle in.
Jones now on the floor to start the fourth. Shot clock at 5. Durant turns it over for the 6th time. Numbers for the Clippers. Man, good defense by Grayson Allen to break it up. Dunn cleans it up inside though.
Dunn does it on both ends. Great job defensively with the activity on Kevin Durant to force the strip, get out the other way, and just use those bouncy legs to create an opportunity for himself.
Durant cutting, goes underneath, missed it, but a foul. It's going to be on Zubac, his third. Tonight's Access is brought to you by T-Mobile.
I love that. I love that. That's your shot, one. Hey, Devin, that's all you, Devin. Good job, Nick.
He definitely woke up in that third quarter. Meanwhile, the Suns shooting into that wall of Clipper fans are 4 for 8 at the line.
Definitely a different look than anything you're going to see in an NBA arena of what that end looks like. And clearly, road teams are going to be shooting into that in the second half every night.
Look at it does have a very college basketball feel over there. And that's one thing Steve Ballmer, when we talked before the game, said he wanted in creating the wall. Zubac with the jump hook. And the lead is 6 for the Clippers, their largest of the game. Jones back on the floor. Nurkic, they have traveled to the corner and Beal. The three, too strong. Rebound man.
Beautiful screen by Grayson Allen, trying to deal with a clean look, but they're going to Clippers again. Everything right now they get their hands on. They're forcing the tempo, and they're going right at the Phoenix Suns defensively as they're retreating. This has been a dominant defensive performance on the part of the Clippers in the second half.
Zubac has made 8 of his last 9 shots. Durant missed the bank, but he's fouled and will go to the line. Chris Dunn, his first, 3rd team foul against the Clippers. And Durant will go back to the line where he just missed a couple.
And I said to you during the break, I said, are we going to have a game where we don't really get that run out of Kevin Durant? You have to think it's going to be coming, certainly going to be trying to do that because he's had a relatively quiet night. And again, I attribute most of it to the Clippers' individual defenders and the number of guys that they have put on Kevin Durant that have forced him out on the floor. Great activity with their hands, quick feet to stay in front. And he's been bothered and affected by this Clippers defense tonight.
Durant knocks down both foul shots. So KD now with 13 points. Bradley Beal leads the Suns with 17. Harden has 20. Zubac 19 to top Los Angeles. Powell coming around the screen, and his foul line jumper is good.
And he's so good at coming off the corner screen, curling in.
Here's Coffee off balance, but it's good anyway from deep. So that's 2 threes here in the fourth from Amir Coffee.
I guess that buzzer beater he had a few minutes ago set that one up because that ball did not have a lot of arc, but he was feeling it and he gets it to go anyway for the corner.
Booker's got the hot hand being harassed though. Off ball by Coffee. So Nurkic backing down Zubac. Shot clock at 4. Nurkic in the lane. Scores over Zubac.
And they get 2 there, but I saw the Clippers again deny a dribble handoff over the top. They've been doing it the entire game, pressing out on their scorers. So they'll live with a 2-point jump hook in the paint as opposed to Devin Booker getting that ball.
The Clippers made the most of this with James Harden on the bench. He's back out there and promptly connects. He's got 22 points, 11 rebounds, and 7 assists. It was 1 for 8 at one point. He's now 8 for 21. Tyus Jones a 3 path to the basket for an easy layup.
Yeah, Tyus Jones took advantage of the fact that there was a little bit of a miscommunication on the back end of that. Zubac had his back turned. Tyus Jones saw it, knew he could get to the rim, and got there quickly for another easy one.
Harden with Jones on his hip, works in the lane, and Harden scores again.
Yeah, they're going to have to do something and consider getting the ball out of James Harden's hand right now on these ball screens because he's getting single coverage, getting into the paint. It's just too big and physical for the guys guarding it right now.
Durant short, rebound Harden. That's his 12th board. Coffee, 4 of 4 from the floor, gets it swatted away by Durant, but a foul on Booker. That's 5 on Booker. We'll see if Mike Budenholzer challenges. He won his coach's challenge earlier. He's looking to the back bench to get the word. Let's see.
Booker's calling for one. He was giving ground, but there was contact on his elbow as he went up, so I don't think that would be a successful challenge. And here you see what I'm talking about with Harden. He's coming off these ball screens and he's doing a snake dribble where he now gets to the guy guarding him on his back, gets into the paint, and he's just overpowering these guards right now. With the lineup that the Clippers have on the floor, you might want to consider blitzing him, getting the ball out of his hands, and seeing what the Clippers do out of that, where the ball is.
Terrence Mann, he's gone. Booker shaken up, and Mann is fouled out.
Yeah, that's a really bad play on a lot of levels for the Clippers because they had actually 5 defenders to guard 4 people because Tyus Jones was down on the other end of the floor. The Suns only had 4 guys to operate. Finally, Tyus Jones comes across half court, but you see right here, Terrence Mann with the hold on the back cut by Devin Booker.
And Devin Booker holding his left ear. Remember, Kawhi Leonard is out. We don't know when he's coming back. So you're down Kawhi Leonard, now you're down Terrence Mann. Paul George is a member of the Philadelphia 76ers. Russell Westbrook is now with Denver. So the supporting cast around James Harden a little different this year as Booker misses a free throw again in front of that wall. Here's Tyus Jones on defense. The last possession.
James Harden just throws him with his off arm. Again, overwhelming these Suns guards. But look, when they don't have Kawhi Leonard, it's going to be James Harden clearly managing things here. They do have Zubac, who's a pick and bag threat. They've got Norman Powell, catch and shoot threat. And they've got a lob threat, Derek Jones. So they do have some options. But Harden will be the guy determining where this ball goes and makes a bad decision right there.
Numbers for the Suns. Jones in transition, takes it all away and scores, and it's a 1-point game. Well, Booker and Durant came alive this quarter with 16 points combined after 17 combined the first 3 quarters. That's a big reason for the comeback. Now Durant fouls Zubac. 13 foul, 3rd personal. So side out of bounds with 2:19 on the clock.
And Clippers clearly last 2 trips were focused on getting the ball to Zubac because the Suns had this small lineup on the floor with Kevin Durant basically playing center. Royce O'Neal right now guarding Zubac. Very intent on getting the ball into him. They had 1 turnover. That time they drew a foul.
Zubac.
An offensive foul.
Yeah, Zubac extended the arm and caught Royce O'Neal in the face. And that's 4 on Zubac.
Yeah, I just don't think you get away from what your strength is, which is James Harden, pick and roll, middle of the floor. They see Zubac with size advantages, and this is 3 consecutive trips. A bad entry pass, situation where Zubac gets fouled, no free throws, and now an offensive foul on Zubac. There's 3 trips, 2 turnovers out of that. I think you go back to Harden offensively now.
And they're going to look at this for a flagrant foul.
Potential flagrant foul.
As you see the blood on the mouth of Royce O'Neal, but that was incidental contact with the elbow. I would imagine that would just stay a common foul.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, absolutely. He's just extending like any post player will in a seal position when you've got someone on your back. His elbow's coming up, and he's being guarded by a smaller guy. So this is exactly where Royce O'Neal's head is where Zubac's elbow is going to come up. When you're guarded by a smaller player, I don't think certainly that warrants anything that's going to be a flagrant foul.
It will give them some time to try and stop the bleeding here as our officiating crew, John Goebel, Nick Booker, and Scott Mordowski, along with the NBA Replay Center. Look at this.
After review, the illegal contact by Zubac did not rise to the level of a flagrant foul penalty warrant as a result of normal basketball play. Therefore, the contact was deemed to be unnecessary.
There you go. Common foul, offensive foul still. And it is Phoenix ball with a chance to take the lead after trailing by 10 just moments ago. A lot of celebrities in the house, and there's maybe the biggest one of them all, the commissioner of the NBA, Adam Silver.
No doubt, kicking off another great season for the league, and he has come to the right place because we have a great finish here.
Clippers moved to LA from San Diego 40 years ago. They were at the LA Memorial Sports Arena from 1984 to 1999, then at Staples Center / Crypto, along with the Lakers from 99 to 24. But saw Steve Ballmer there. This facility opening tonight and going to come down to the wire here. Game 1 to a dome. Booker around the screen, contact, offensive foul on O'Neal as Coffee hits the deck.
Yeah, it's at the point where you're almost wary of running dribble handoff action late in the game because of the number of illegal screens that are called on this action. And Royce O'Neal, this is a set play out of a timeout. And you see right there, that's just a little extra. I agree with the call. I think he leaned in and put a lot of force on that screen. And now you're turnover. Clippers trying to take advantage.
Harden, 24 points, 12 rebounds, 7 assists. Guarded by Kevin Durant. Now on the switch, Tyus Jones has him. Inside 2 minutes to go in the ballgame. Shot clock at 9. Harden past Jones. Lost possession. Out of bounds, but last touch by Phoenix. Mike Budenholzer thought they went off of Harden's knee.
He's looking to see his bench to see if they see something to warrant a challenge, and he did, in fact, see that, so they're going to challenge this.
A new rule this year is on out-of-bounds plays, they can also look to see if there's a proximate foul that should be called there. Back in a moment. Around. However, he touched the ball on the last possession, so a successful challenge by Mike Budenholzer. 2 for 2 on challenges tonight. It'll be Phoenix ball, trailing by 1 with 1:53 to go.
I'm trying to see. It doesn't look like on that angle it hits his hip or his knee. So the question is his fingertip the last hit? You can see a space there between the ball and his knee. So I guess they're determining that somehow James Harden fingertips were the last thing to touch that basketball. And again, there wasn't a foul on the play because that's something else they would have been looking at there on Tyus Jones. But it looked like a clean contact with the ball. And I just didn't see necessarily what the officials did.
Meanwhile, the Clippers, their last 4 possessions have 2 turnovers, and they're 0 for 3 from the floor. And Phoenix has taken advantage, pulling back within 1 and a chance to take the lead on this possession.
But at least that time they got back to what is their strength with this unit, which is James Harden getting into the paint, getting downhill, and they got away from these forced post-ups out of Zubac.
Suns did charge the timeout there. As they lined up with immediate timeout, so they have 1 left. The Clippers have 2. Here's Durant on the drive down the middle of the lane, count the basket, and a blocking foul on Harden. A chance at a 3-point play for Durant.
Great read by Kevin Durant because Clippers this time decided to go small. Zubac off the floor, and now you just have a bunch of wings on the court. Kevin Durant caught the basketball, looked up, and he sees nothing but guards in the area, so he puts his head down, gets to the rim. James Harden sliding and his heel on the back of that restricted area.
3rd foul on Harden. That's the 15th foul. Kevin Durant with 9 points in the quarter, 20 on the night. You were asking for Durant to get on one of those runs, wondering when it would happen, and it came at the most important time for the Phoenix Suns. He has caught fire in the 4th. The Suns lead by 2. Timeout, Los Angeles. Clippers, Luke Wilson, seated courtside, and Emmy Award-winning Lamar Morris here as well. Dave Pash, Tim Legler, George Sedano, 1:39 remaining. Clippers ball down to Kevin Durant and Devin Booker have combined for 16 of the Suns' last 22 points. Each with 1 timeout left. Suns have a foul to give. Devin Booker just fouled out. Suns are out of challenges. Booker's night is over. Side out of bounds. They had the foul to give, but that's not how they wanted to take the foul to give.
And it put Zubac back in the game during the timeout. And again, they're going back to this action. They ran a cross screen there to get the switch that they wanted. They didn't necessarily know it would be Booker, but they knew it'd be one of the Suns' wings. And Booker just had to wrestle with Zubac in the paint. And his night is finished.
Did you agree with that?
And not necessarily. They'll guard a little bit more time. With a big guy. That happened another second or 2, yes.
Hard with 5. Now a 3. Spinning, falling away. It's gone. Ties the game at 101, just outside a minute to go.
Operating his spot on the floor of a smaller defender. Knew what he wanted to go to. Great job with the spin, and he's taken a lot of big shots in his career, but he's comfortable in his spot.
Shot clock at 7. Durant against his teammate just stumbled and lost the ball. Timer at 3. Allen for 3. No good. And rebound Zubac. Durant a little shaken up. Vincent and Penny after that ball. Hart takes Durant. Drives. Durant reaching in and called for a foul. That's and Harden will go to the line.
Harden still just such a force to deal with. And that was a lightning quick crossover to get Durant retreating, and then he just waits as long as he has to release the ball and makes you foul him. And this is the previous possession. Again, he's got the middle of the floor between the elbows. Very tough place to double team. He knows he's going to get squats if you're not going to go.
We wondered, without Paul George, now with the Sixers, without Kawhi Leonard shaken up, Russell Westbrook no longer here. Terrence Mann fouled up. Could James Harden shoulder this kind of a load night out? Harden's done everything in this game. He's got 12 rebounds, 7 assists, and 27 points.
And he's really just over the half. He did not have a very good shooting in the first half, but everything that's going on for the Clippers in the second half of this game, James Harden, the pressure he's putting on the Suns defensively. It's going free throw.
Here's Tyus Jones. Durant trying to get free, being guarded by Dennis Jones Jr. Now in the switch, Coffey's got Durant. Shot clock at 10. Durant trying to drive the timer at 6, spinning it away. Doubled by Harden. Durant gets the shot away and hits it to tie the game at 103. Clippers do it. Clippers double shot. We'll see if they take care of it. James Harden go here. Tyloo not going to use the timeout. 10 seconds left. O'Neal defending Harden in midcourt. 5 seconds to go. Now Jones on the switch at Harden. 3 seconds. Harden driving. Puts up the shot for the win. No good. And we go to overtime in the first ever game at the Intuit Dome.
Got to his left hand. That's the shot they wanted. Elected to not go with the timeout and let James Harden play on. And he got to a spot and he was comfortable with the perimeter there. But right here, this floater. Nice job. That's how they built consistent that shot right at the end. I think Harden's going to get a much cleaner look. Their heel comes in, forces that to be a little bit short. James Harden knows he got that one back.
And so the owner, 5 more minutes. Overtime next from Inglewood. Session with a jumper with about 18 seconds to go. Night one here at the Intuit Dome in Inglewood.
Incredible shot by Kevin Durant. He doesn't even see Harden coming from the weak side as he comes out of that spin. He has no idea that James Harden's going to come and fully extend. Goes over the top of 2 defenders to get this to go to tie it. And then James Harden on the other end just can't get that one to drop. And here we go. 5 free minutes opening night.
Do the Suns have the advantage given the fact that Terrence Mann is fouled out, or because Devin Booker is out? Is it even? Obviously, Kawhi Leonard not playing tonight because of injury.
Yeah, I'd have to give the advantage in this situation to the Clippers, but you don't have a guy like Devin Booker on the floor. And no, he's had a quiet night, relatively speaking, but he did hit a couple of threes down the stretch. And you just have that kind of firepower over the court. It's another answer in a moment like this. So I think that's certainly an advantage for the Clippers. They're going to play this overtime without having to face Devin Booker.
But obviously, the Suns have more depth and firepower than the Clippers. LA's margin for errors in terms of losing players is much smaller than the Suns. The Suns can overcome this, at least looking at the roster, one would think that. Here's Durant and Jones. And he's fouled. And Durant, 23 points in the game tonight, but normally year in, year out, about that free throw shooter. Zubac picked up the foul. That is foul on him. Remember, Terrence Mann is already fouled out. Devin Booker fouled out of the regulation for the Suns.
Yeah, this is where the Suns should have. That's why the numbers last year didn't make sense. The way they played down the stretch of games, they should have kind of firepower to enter situations like this. You can have different places to initiate the offense. Bradley Beal's averaged 30 points a game in this league before, so he's comfortable in these moments. Got very deep into the paint. He should draw the foul.
Three-time All-Star, third-team All-NBA. He was in Washington in 2021, now in second year with the Suns. Both free throws were down, and it's a 4-point Suns lead. They come back from 10 down midway through the fourth quarter before overtime. Now have the lead with the midway point here in the extra session. Harden around the Zubac screen. Nice pocket pass. And a foul on Nurkic trying to recover. And Zubac will be at the line.
Kevin Durant has taken on the challenge of guarding James Harden here since Harden got hot, and he does it again here. This is what I was talking about earlier, the delivery of these pocket passes and the way they come off the floor. That ball comes off the floor with such velocity, it ends up all the way up in his stomach area. Very easy for Zubac to catch that and just plow right through the contact to draw the free throws.
Zubac nails the first free throw. Harden, by the way, is 8 assists tonight. He averaged about 8 per game last year. Two-time NBA assist champ, 3-time scoring champ. Having a conversation with crew chief John Goble, thought he was fouled early.
Yeah, he's still talking about the previous possession when the ball was poked away from behind him. He's insisting he got it on the forearm, caused that turnover.
Zubac makes him both. Zubac, 21 points and 9 rebounds. To a 2-point game. Phoenix in front. 2-point on clock in overtime. He'll get up to a cut and Nurkic, fouled by Zubac, and he's gone. So both Terrence Mann and Zubac have fouled out for the Clippers.
Nice job, high screen, far out on the floor, puts Derek Jones in a compromised position, which means Zubac now has to give a lot of help on Bradley Beal, and that's a very difficult task to pick up 15 feet to stop penetrations and then turn it back to the rim and get there without fouling.
Tyler likes to go smaller with Nick Batum and not the young guy Kai Jones. Normally, Mo Bamba would probably go in, but he's hurt.
Yeah, that's the choice he was going to make right there. I think he wants to go with the situation. Now you've got basically 5 perimeter players on the floor for the Clippers. It's clearly going to go through Harden, but they're going to space out Jones now with an additional 3-point shooter and not have anybody attack on a dive to the rim or in the lane.
Nurkic gets both free throws. Each team with 2 timeouts left and 2 minutes to go. Phoenix up 4. The Suns perfect at the line in overtime, 6 of 6. Now, good defense by Nurkic. Holmes ripped it away. Shot clock is 7. High screen from Jones. Tyler at 4. Oh, great look at Jones, who hangs but missed the shot. Rebound from Beal. Tyus Jones ahead of Durant. Good look from Curry. Not there, not even close. Rebound foul. Numbers for the Clippers, 3 on 2. Jones with a step through and the score. 2-point game.
What a ton of judgment by Derek Jones in the air to get that ball over the front of the rim.
Tyus Jones, point. This is one of the reasons they wanted him. Beal penetrates. Strip. Rebound foul. Called here on Coffee. High challenge. He's thinking about looking at his bench. Looking at this huge halo board that's 38,000 square feet to see if he has enough challenge.
Yeah. It's not going to challenge that. You see, here's Coffee's foot there. Tripped up Bradley Beal. You know, it's fortunate for the Clippers because I think Bradley Beal was under control for the most part. The Clippers defense, it was going to be a very difficult attempt at the rim. And here Coffee wanted to get help, and that's just unfortunate that their feet got tangled up. Tyler saw the same thing we did. He knows that's
So they're over the limit. 3 throws for Beal, who just made 2 free throws a moment ago. And Beal takes it in. Bradley Beal is don't shake up right now. He's bouncing around, and that's because of what happened here.
This organization for this team going forward, because if we could just get into a comfort zone on a nightly basis, it's just so much firepower for the Suns and for everybody to have to defend with this week.
The owner man HBO just team up 4 with 1:20 to go here in overtime. A timeout by the Clippers. We pass Tim Legler, courtside with George Sedano, and what a great night this. Incredible building, and it's delivered in a incredible game.
Incredible building, and you saw what the fans getting to see. Right? A team fought back the way the Clippers have and give us this extra basketball. You can't ask for more than this. And I know it's a coach's worst nightmare, the opening night and overtime. Because you're catching players out here, and coaches are all thinking already early in the year, about minutes and whatnot. And you're going to try to win the game if you get in this situation. So this is not what the coaches necessarily wanted to see. We got to see.
I mean, Tyler said, I got to manage James Harden's minutes. Well, he can't tonight. He's hit 39 because of overtime, and now Man's out, Spence is out. Here's a reset. The Clippers still have a challenge. They have 1 timeout left, Phoenix with 2. The Clippers are over the limit. Suns have a foul to give. Kevin Durant with 25 to pace Phoenix, 28 for Harden. Zubac's with 21, but his night is over. And how about the Suns making 10 straight free throws, including 8 for 8 here in overtime?
We thought the wall was having a free throw shooting, and maybe it was at one point, but once it got into winning time, the Suns are dialed in.
What do you expect here from the Clippers?
Well, it's going to have to be hard, and they're going to run some guard action to come get him. Actually going to go clear on Norman Powell. Harden doesn't even touch, stays in the corner. Norman Powell, nice job taking advantage of that. That's by design. In time, he puts Harden in the corner. This is a decoy. Norman Powell to be the primary scorer, and he gets the shot he wants.
To a 2-point game with 1 minute to go in overtime. 114, 112 Suns. Beal going to work, driving, and throws it away. James Harden reached in to help Norman Powell, the primary defender, and Beal threw it out of play.
Gets a little off balance here. That time, Harden reaches in. More of a stunt was hit the feet of that. Beal just loses his balance and forced the turnover.
See if they go back to Powell. And Harden taking Tyus Jones into the lane, almost back out to Powell.
Give all the credit to James Harden. There's no
8% a year ago at the line. And he hit the first one. Trying to tie the game on this shot, run out of the gym. They storm back with their complimentary. And then Harden caught fire in the third. Now a chance to tie the game. In and out. And a foul called on Jones with 3 seconds to go. That will send Nurkic to the line. He makes 2. The Clippers have. Advance the ball.
Yes, tough break for Harden. Gets the first, does not get the second. Nurkic, by far the biggest guy on the court, secures it.